What's up, everybody? This is your boy, the Trill Collector, man, coming to you guys with another figure review. Sorry, guys, that I've been absent, man. I've been working a lot, man. Having a lot of things I'm trying to get squared away here and everything, man. But like I said, sorry for the delay. But as always, guys, I try to bring you guys something that you guys are either looking forward to. If you guys have any questions about, I'm here to try to answer those questions, try to ease those kind of reserves if you may when it comes to, buying these figures or whatever. But the new figures that I do have coming, I have two already, I have two more on the way. I have four of the seven figures, should I say, that's from the Back to the Films Kuji that just released last week. So without further ado, guys, no way to start it off than with my favorite character of all time in the Dragon Ball Z universe, man. The Dragon Ball universe, Dragon Ball Super, GT, whatever you want to call it, man. This is my absolute favorite character, but you guys already know. This is the Prize C Legendary Super Saiyan Broly, man, from the Back to the Films Kuji that was released last week to 2 weeks ago. Now, this is a master lease figure. So with master lease, you guys get nothing but quality and awesome detail in this figure. So before we get started, guys, as always, I show you guys the Toei sticker of authenticity right here. A little bit of the box art there with the two prize figures there. Master lease symbol, a little bit of box art there, and the figures again. So with this particular figure box, man, with this particular prize, this is a blind box prize. What that means is you go into a Lawson's or a Family Mart overseas in Japan and you pick a prize C and you happen to win this bad boy right here. You're not sure if you're gonna get the blue or the yellow, Super Saiyan or Legendary Blue. You're not really sure, so it's kind of, a roll of the dice on what you're gonna get. But from what I've been hearing from friends overseas, what I've been seeing on eBay, what I've been seeing in forums, on Twitter and all of that, is that this is the guy that everybody wants. Everybody wants the Legendary Blue. Not saying that this guy here is a bad figure, not at all, but we do have a couple of Super Saiyan variants of Broly. We have a couple of Kujis like that. And matter of fact, I have one, and if I have time in the video, I'll definitely show you guys, but he's a much smaller scale. But this one here, we do not have any Kujis of this guy right here, of this version. The only figure that we have close to that is this boy right here. This is the S Cultures Legendary Blue Broly that came out, I want to say about 3 or 4 years ago, maybe 5. Highly sought after piece, man, because it is one of those figures that, if you're an avid Broly collector, you're a Broly fan, you have to have this. And for a long time, this was the only figure of this scale, should I say, besides like Adverge figures and stuff like that, that we had of them. Not counting custom work and all of that, but just an official figure. This is what we had. So this is an awesome piece, man. Still highly sought after, heavily faked and bootlegged because of what this figure is. So if you guys can find this piece, man, this is an absolute must-have for your collection as well. So with that being said, this guy right here is like, he's probably gonna hold his weight in gold, man, because we don't have a Kuji, especially of this size and of this quality, for Broly. So, with that being said, this box has already been opened, not only by myself, but by the individual that I bought it from, because he wanted to make sure that it was the color variant that I wanted. I'm probably gonna wait till this bad boy here gets released here in the States to go pick him up. But this one here, I definitely had to have him. So my buddy, Mr. Antonio Evangelista, man, one of the admins in the Smash collecting group on Facebook that I brag so highly about, opened it up, verified the color, and told me that it was the Broly that I wanted. So shout out to you, brother, man. Thank you. Much appreciated. So without further ado, guys, here we are right here, man. Right here. This is it. This is the Prize C Legendary Blue Broly, Legendary Broly, however you want to call him, man. This is him. As you guys can see, man, this is a highly detailed figure. like I say, coming from like Master Lease, man, there's, you know, you can expect nothing but quality from those guys, man. They really give you a quality product. Now, with this being said, I've heard a lot of people online say that this is a recycled pose coming from the smaller S Cultures version, but if, as you guys can see, it's clearly different. You know, clearly from the hair. You know, the hair is totally different. You know, the hands is, you know, hands and arms are fisted and all of that. You know, a lot of similarities, but not quite the same. So I'm gonna put this bad boy up here and focus on why you guys are here. So, like I said, man, this is the legendary Blue Broly from the 1993 film Legendary Super Saiyan Broly. And this is taken from the scene where, you know, Goku was, you know, that they were all kind of, you know, fighting at nighttime somewhat. But this is the time when, you know, Broly was really, you know, starting to come into his power, and Goku and Vegeta and other Z fighters knew that they were, you know, in for, you know, a pretty rough battle with this guy. That one there, that particular film, man, you guys a little backdrop of it was, you know, Paragus came, found out that Vegeta was still alive, and that he so-called made a new planet Vegeta for Vegeta to rightfully rule and all of that. But in actuality, what he did was he found a planet and had Broly with his immense power, enslaved the inhabitants on that planet, and to ultimately lure Vegeta there to kill him because of his father, King Vegeta's exiling Broly and Paragus off of the original planet Vegeta. So it was kind of like a revenge plot type thing, you know. So with that being said, that's a little back, you know, like a little back story of the film. As you guys can see, this guy right here has somewhat of a darker tint, and the reason behind that I think is really, really cool is because when he went into this particular form, it was nighttime. So as you guys know, at night, you know, you really have somewhat of a darker hue to you because there's the absence of light, really. And that's kind of what you get with this guy right here compared to the Super Saiyan version from the Revenge Broly film when he was fighting, you know, Adult Gohan, Goten, and Trunks. He has the lighter hue to his skin because they were fighting in broad daylight. So I think that that's pretty awesome. You know, a pretty awesome little homage there, you know, to the actual film itself. So I stated earlier that this particular figure is highly sought after as of right now. You guys can see why. If you guys have any of the older Brolys, any of the like the DBZ Kai Last Prize Broly, the Legendary Super Saiyan Broly, the Prize, I want to say the Prize D Broly that came out, or Prize B that came out 3 months ago, you would know why. Because this particular one, man, I mean, it's an absolute grail compared to all of the other, you know, smaller scale figure Brolys that we have out there. So getting into it, as you guys can see, man, one of the things I really like about this is the jewels on his necklace and on his headband here. I mean, that is highly detailed, highly detailed. Not taking anything away from his gauntlets around his wrist and on his boots. Highly detailed figure. The body sculpt, man, catches Broly in essence of who he is, just a monstrous, ferocious character. The hair, I think, is pretty awesome as well. Not too long, you know, perfect, you know, just like in the film. Not too much like the S Cultures version. I thought this hair was kind of like overdoing it a little bit. You know, it has not as long as Super Saiyan 3, but, you know, if you watch the film, it really wasn't as long as this one here. So this one here is more true to the actual film itself. Perfectly sculpted, perfectly, you know, shaded clothing and hair and all of that. The only drawback that I have with this figure, in which a lot of individuals have that haven't, is the stand. As you guys can see how he wobbles. He's not quite balanced, and he has somewhat of a lean to him. It's because of this cheap plastic stand right here. This is one of the most, you know, worthless stands that I've seen in a long time. And I say it's worthless because I feel like it could have been done much better to have him more stable. But this figure cannot stand without it, simply because of how he's posed and how he's standing. So that's the only drawback that I have with this figure. I'm going to compare him to the latest, well, the last Broly that came out, and that is this monster right here. This is my favorite Broly as of right now. But as you guys can see, man, this one here stands roughly about 26 centimeters, and this Broly here is about 28, almost, not quite 30, but almost there. Scales perfectly with one another. I mean, absolutely, you know, like beautiful together. They scale perfectly. And once I get that Super Saiyan, I'm gonna have all three of these bad boys displayed together. But as you guys can see, man, back to back type, you know, they scale perfectly, you know, absolutely perfect together. So with that being said, guys, I know one of the big things that you guys are looking for as far as pricing goes with this guy. Now, I've seen on eBay the price of this particular prize figure going roughly about 80 or 90 bucks. But with that being said, like I stated earlier, it is a blind box Kuji, so you're really not sure on what you're gonna get. Now, I have seen individual on eBay that have opened the box and claimed that it's certain colors. You know, me being me, I really don't trust that. You know, I only deal with individuals that I know are like trustworthy individuals. But I've seen people that know that it's the blue figure in the box, and they'll, you know, go on eBay and try stuff like 130 bucks. Or if it's the yellow, they'll have it selling for like 80. Or if it's like a blind box, keep it by 80 or 90. But if it's the blue and they know it's the blue, about 120 or 130. But like I said, man, if you guys don't mind and you guys really want it, you know, reach out to some guys that I say like in the Smash Collecting group on Facebook, man. Have those guys try to find you one. If you don't mind, have them open the box and see, you know, which one it is. But at the same time, if some guys go out and they hunt it and they get it for you and it's not the one you want, you know, be courteous enough to still, you know, pay them what they're looking for, you know what I'm saying? Because ultimately at the end, they are spending their own cash to get it, and you're reimbursing them for it, you know? So, you know, with that being said, man, just be, you know, conscious about that. That if they hunt it and or they open the box and it's not what you want, just still be, you know, courteous enough to, you know, slide them what they're asking. You know, that's only doing good business practices, you know? So, with that being said, that's also going to happen when it comes to the States. So, that being said, you're really not sure what you're going to get. You know, like I said, I know a lot of people want the legendary blue, but there's also a chance that you might get the Super Saiyan, which I feel like it's just as good a quality as the blue, but, you know, it's just a little bit more sought after. The blue is a little bit more sought after than that. So, with that being said, guys, I will be reviewing 3 more figures as of within the next week or so. I do have the Prize B Gogeta, which I think is absolutely phenomenal. OG Gogeta from the Fusion Reborn film, man. I think it's one of the best fusion figures that we've seen in a long time besides the Extreme Saiyan. The Extreme Saiyan, to me, it gets no better than that Gogeta and that Vegeta in that set. Absolutely phenomenal. Perfect, man. Then I have the one that everybody is hunting down, and it's extremely expensive in Japan, but it's the Air Prize Cooler. I have him coming. And then I also have that beast of the Super Broly, which is the last prize. It is the one with the shiny skirt, man. So I'm looking forward to opening those guys and reviewing those on the channel for you, man. Give you guys something to look for, give you guys my honest opinion of what I think about them, man. But I know for a fact that Cooler is probably going to be my favorite figure out of this lot. I'm just being honest with you, man. Solely because we have not had a Cooler Kuji, and I mean, never had one. You know, I'm not a SH Figure Arts fan, so I really don't count those. I'm really not a fan of like articulated figures and all of that, so I don't really count those, man. But as a Kuji, I'm really looking forward to him, man, and I think he's going to be one of my favorites out of the lot. So with that being said, guys, I appreciate you taking out the time looking at the video, man. Tell me what your honest opinions are in the comments, man. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't, give it a thumbs down, man. But all criticism is greatly welcomed. I learned from that to try to, you know, better the channel and what I can do better as a content creator. So as always, guys, if you like it, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, man. If you're on Instagram, man, head over to Instagram and follow me at trill_collector512. There you'll see this figure and all the figures that I have in my collection as of now. If you're on Twitter, head over there, man, and follow me there at trillcollector512. And if you're on Facebook, man, I highly recommend you guys, man, go check out Smash Collecting. Awesome group of individuals over there, man. They can get almost anything.